So after owning this channel for close to 2 years now, I don't think I've ever given you guys my top 10, much less top 5 UFC fighters of all time. But here they are. The question phrased by MMA Uncensored was originally like, after John Jones, Demetrius Johnson, and George St. Pierre, who are your other two of your top 5 UFC fighters of the 21st century? I'll do them one better. These are my top 5 UFC fighters of all time, and they all happen to be a part of the 21st century. John Jones, Demetrius Johnson, and George St. Pierre have to be or should be in everybody's top 3. But the other two, I got to go Anderson Silva and Islam Makhachev. Before Islam won the welterweight title, my top 5 included Anderson Silva and not Demetrius Johnson, Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier was in Islam's space before Islam won the welterweight title. But after Islam finally did it and became double champ, he's got to be top 5. So yes, this is my cemented top 5 UFC fighters of all time, and also conveniently in the 21st century. I can't really put anybody else over these 5, And again, my criteria, because all this top 5, top whatever UFC fighters depends on your own specific criteria for what makes a UFC fighter an all-time great. For me, it's a combination of things like dominance, record, and influence, And when I think about those three things all together, I got to go with these 5. Sure, Demetrius Johnson wasn't very influential. He kind of flew under the radar when he was in the UFC, but I think his record and his dominance kind of still are so strong. He can't really he still can't be put out of the top 3. He still can't. John Jones, very influential. George St. Pierre, extremely influential. A lot of people love him as a person and him as a fighter. Islam Makhachev, he helped bring Dagestan to where it is today. And Anderson Silva cannot and should not be forgotten because of his winning streak and, again, his overall dominance. Influence has a part to play, but my top 5 kind of, in a weird way, has a lot more to do with dominance and record more than influence. When you think influence, you kind of think of fighters like Alex Pereira and Conor McGregor. And Alex Pereira may very well make my top 5 very soon after he becomes or possibly becomes the first UFC triple champion. He'll have to be in everybody's top 5 after that. But yeah, I thought I'd give you guys my top 5, who are, again, conveniently all within the 21st century.